Hello guys, this is Ankit. Today we gonna build a weather app with Flutter, and we're gonna continue with creating a new project from the scratch. So we'll be looking through how we can implement the APIs, how we can work with HTTP requests, and we will be also looking how to handle errors and more like these things. So let's continue with the video. uh, I'll be just focusing on the logic part in this video, and the main UI part will be focused in the next video. So let's continue with the video. uh, so here I'm having my desktop. You just have to press Window plus R key and then open the CMD. In the CMD you just have to go into your desktop. Going to your desktop, you just have to type cd and then desktop. Make sure the location is this, then only you can type this command. Now let's create our first Flutter project. The name I'm going to use Mausam, and now let's wait for the Flutter to create it, to generate some of the files that Flutter needs. Oh, it did a lot of processing. Oh my god. So okay, so it did completed in 5.8 seconds. All done. Let us wait. The Flutter must release the command. Let's see. Okay, so it did. So now we just have to cd into the folder which we have just now created, the project, the Mausam project, and then you just have to type code and then dot, but the period. Yeah, now we are having our VS Code open, our favorite code editor. So we'll be going into the main.file, and we will be removing all the code from over here, and let's type stateful widget. I think it's analyzing, that's why not detecting the commands. Let it analyze, let it complete. Yeah, now we can just type our class name, and then we just import our material.dart. For importing, you just have to click on the where the error was, like on the stateful it's showing error. Just click over here, then control plus period, and you'll see import library. This. Okay, now if you don't able to see that suggestions, then what you can do is you can just go over this icon, its extension, and then come over here and just type Flutter, and you just have to install this package, this extension, and the dot extension also, this extension also, and then you will be good to go. So let's continue with our code. Okay, now okay, so first of all we'll be creating our material app. Then home, then scaffold. I don't know why it's not giving the suggestions. Oh sorry, body, and the body will be giving safe area. Oh, what happened to my VS Code? It's not giving suggestions. Container, then child, center, then child, and then we'll be providing our final widget, that is text, and we'll be writing hello world. All right, now let's save it, and we have this good to go. Now we are having a mistake. We are doing a mistake over here. If we just go to run it, it will say that the main function is not found by the compiler. So let's write our main function void main, and then we'll be using the most favorite arrow functions in the dart, and then we'll be running our run app Mausam. Okay, now we are good to go with it. Let me just run my emulator, but instead of running the emulator, I'll be running it in the physical device, and my video of the physical device will be presented over here. So let me just run this app. Let's see it. Okay, so it's launching on CPH 1823. So it will take a little bit of time because it's for the first time it's launching the app in the debug mode. So it will take a lot of, not lot of, but a little bit of time. So let's wait for it, and I'll see you when it will complete it. So yeah, as you can see, now the app is being running, and you can see the output also. It's showing the hello world. So now let us just add some of the packages to our PubSpec. I'm using VS Code plugin, the extension to add the files, and you can get that pub, oh sorry, yes, yeah, this one, PubSpec asset. You can just add this package to your plugin or extension to your VS Code, and then you're good to go. After you just install that, you just have to press Ctrl Shift P, and then you will be seeing the first option as PubSpec asset. And if you won't see this, then you just have to type pub in PubSpec. You just have to type and then enter, and then you will be getting the thing. Now let's just, and we'll be adding STTP package, and another one we are going to adding is permission handler. And one more we are going to add, and that is LOCATION location. Okay, so what these all packages do? Okay, so I'm having an error. Think so. Let it do the pub get. Oh, so we are having an error. The error is HTTP uses the null safety and requires the SDK version. Okay, so let's just reduce the version of this, and let's see if the error goes, or if it's still okay. Now no error. So whenever you see something like version control error or version controlling failed, the error like this, the error like this version, this null satisfier required this SDK version, so version solving problem failed or exit code 1. You just do one thing, whatever the error for whatever the package it's showing, just try to reduce that version of that package. Okay, so that will surely like will reduce that problem or error. So what HTTP do, it deals with the internet connection or HTTP requests. What location do, it will help the Flutter to get the location from internet or from the GPS, and then permission handler to get the user permission to use their location. Okay, now we are good to go, and now let's just implement the functions and let's see. Okay, so first of all, I'll be over here, I'll be just including a text button inside that, a child that will hold a text, and let's say it's holding hello world. Okay, and it says that it requires one function that is onPressed, so let's provide it. Okay, now we'll be creating a class, we'll be creating function inside this, and that function will be first of all we'll be creating a bool is loading I'll explain you why we have created it. We'll be using it afterwards. Okay, now let's just create the function to get location. Okay, so first of all we'll be so which API we'll be using in this weather app? We'll be using the Open Weather app, so yeah, we'll be using Open Weather API for this weather app, Mausam weather app. So let's switch over to weather API, Open Weather API. Actually the name is Open Weather API, Open Weather API, and we'll be having this open weather dot this, and then you just have to go to API and make sure that you are logged in to the website. You just have to create the account and just log in. And then we'll be going over this current weather. Then after logging, you just have to go to this API section, and then we'll be going over this. And now API docs, current weather data, and then API docs. So we have different API calls, like by city name. We can get the weather by city name, or we can get the weather by city ID, or we can get the other by geographical coordinates. So we'll be using this function. You can also use this function, and it's really easy. You'll be understand how we can use those. So let's just copy this thing. Okay, don't close this Open Weather API because we'll be coming over to it after some time. So let's now create a function, get WEATH weather. Okay, now we just have to import that HTTP package. Okay, HTTP, and we'll be importing it as a reference to HTTP, and now we'll be using this HTTP to use our get request, and then here we'll be passing our URL, and then we'll be applying this function to it. And yep, as this is HTTP request, we need to async it, and we need to await for the result. Okay, so now what this async and await does, just leave this error. I'll be explaining why this error is coming. Let me just cut the remove. Okay, so now while this async and awaits are used, whenever we try to communicate with internet through the app, or whenever the app try to connect to the internet, it may be possible that internet might be available or might not be available, or it depends on the internet speed, that how much fast it will connect. So it will take some time. That means some delay will be there between the connection and getting the data returned back to the app. Okay, So this HTTP function needs to await, this get weather function needs to await for that data which will be getting from the open weather API. Okay, so let's say I provide the open weather API a city, let's say I provided the city name as Rudrapur or latitude or longitude of my home place. Okay, I provided it, and then what it did, this HTTP get request, what it did, it just asked the open weather API to give the data related to that longitude and latitude or the city name, and it will go the data will go over open weather API website, and then their database, and then sorting will be there, and then data will be fetched from there, and then it will return back to us. So this might take a little bit of time, depends on internet connection speed, so that's why we need to wait for the data. That's why we use await function, and to notify this function that this statements is awaiting, we synchronize this function. We use it. This is called synchronous synchronization programming, asynchronous programming. Okay, so we did it. Now here we'll be using our URL variable. Let's just define it in the global. And this is the main URL. Make sure that you put HTTPS over here, and now we just have to remove this part. Why we are removing it, you will understand just in a second. And one more variable you have to create, that is API key. Okay, now just yep, good to go now. Okay, so now over here we are getting this URL. Now that no error is coming, and we will be like adding this thing into here, and this get weather will have two arguments, as latitude as let and longitude as long, and over here those will be used. Okay. Oh, all right. So it's showing an error. Sorry. But no error should be there, I think so. Okay. Now it's looking like log, so I must convert it into long. Okay, now longitude and latitude. Now done. And we are having one more argument over here, which need to be provided to this open weather API, and that is API key. And you can get this API key on your open weather API account. You just have to create the account, then just have to go over here, then my API keys. Okay, so it's API keys, and you'll be having this API key. I'm not hiding it because after this video I'll be deleting this API key. Okay, so now let's just paste it over this API key, and you just have to copy this variable, and then you just have to assign it over here. So now we have completed our get weather function, but it have a lot of bugs and a lot of errors. The error might be if it this function didn't give anything, or might possible that the open weather API website might be down. So this won't work. So what we'll do, we will wrap it with try and cache, and one more thing we will do. Okay, yep, and in this cache we'll just log the value, or we can do anything like showing a dialog box that the data is not available, like that. Okay, so now over here we'll be having our res over here. So now let's what we will do, we'll be creating a global variable, not a global variable, but this class domain specific variable, and that variable will be var, let's say data. Okay, so, or we can say weather data. Okay, now weather data is equals to what? res dot body. Oh, what is happening? Res dot body. All right, and we just have to do one thing over here, that we just have to decode it, because the data will be getting in JSON format. Okay. Oh, sorry. Yep, good to go. So what we have did over here, will be triggering this get function through HTTP protocol, and will be targeting this URL, this base URL, and then all the parts. And then after this function, this HTTP protocol, or this function gets executed whenever it provides the data, then after this, then will be whatever the data will be there, that will be saved in the res variable. Response, it's type of response, and then it will then what we'll be doing, will be assigning the data which we are getting into it, into the metadata, and we are decoding it, because we do get the data into a JSON format. Let me show you how I know that it's in the JSON format. Okay, just copy this URL, go into the Chrome, open a new tab, put like this, and I already have this query in my search box. So you can see what you just have to do, this deleted part is also to be put it over there, so just have to put that thing. You can see over here, like Q is equals to Delhi, and app ID is this, that means my that API ID, this one key, API key. Okay, so now in this we can see we have some data, and actually in your computer it might possible that it won't show in this clarification, like colors and all the things. This is because I have installed this extension JSON Viewer Pro, so you can just it's not it's just named Pro, I haven't bought it, so you can just download it through the Chrome extension page. And in this you can see we are getting the longitude and latitude. This is my place. Then we are having the weather, and inside weather we are having the ID main as mist and description as mist. And over here, like temperature, feels like temperature, minimum pressure, humidity, everything, visibility, and then wind speed, and everything we are having, clouds, all whatever the things are like over here. You just have to read the documentation of the Open Weather API to understand what these value specify, like clouds all 0, what this mean. You just have to read the API of the Open Weather API, this API, this one. You just have to go through it, and you will be good to know all the things, what the things mean. Okay, so now here you can see that we are getting a code as 200. What 200 means in the computer language is everything is okay. Generally 200 means everything is okay, and 404 means the data was not available, or it means just not available, or not like might not found, like these error. Generally it's referred to data not available. Okay, 404. So now okay, so now let's do one thing over here, that is here we'll be checking one condition, and that condition is res dot body. Okay, we'll be not checking the condition over here, we'll be checking the condition down. Yep, over here, if the weather data code is equals to 404, or like say 200, then we'll be just continuing with the assigning things, we'll be continuing with the app. Otherwise we'll be showing that there is some error. Print weather data code this way. Okay. All right. This way we'll be showing it, and in this, if everything is as expected, then we'll be assigning the things. We'll be using set state method to update the set of our UI, and what we'll be doing is we'll be just first of all, that is loading part will be set to false. All right, and the default will be true. Okay, and now let's just test the thing. Let's just print the data if we are getting the correct data or not. How we can what we will be printing over here, if we just go like over here, under this we have a code, and on the same level we have the weather, and under the weather we have description and the mist. So we'll be printing these two, or we'll be printing one of these. So let's just click like I want to print this main, then just click over the you will be having this icon and then copy path. Okay, now coming over here, you just have to, for the reference, you are just taking this copy path. So this is it. And now in the weather data, what you will be doing, you will be like having WEATH weather, and over here you will be having main. Okay, so yep, we are good to go. Now let's just print this function, what this does. Okay, we are already printing it, so let's just test it out. And over here, get weather, and latitude and longitude, I'll be just passing this one. I don't have the latitudes and longitude. Let me just get my latitude and longitude from the Google. Latitude and longitude of my location. So this is, I think this is the latitude. So let's just put it over here, and this is the longitude. You just put it over here, and make sure that you put these values in string format, not in the integer format. Now let's just see how this goes in the console. We must get, okay, we haven't awaited for it. I think so we need to await. No, we don't have to. Okay, so we are getting the error 401. What this 401 error means, I even don't know. I just know about 40404. Unauthorized. Okay, so I'm getting unauthorized error. So let's see why it's showing the unauthorization. It must be because I must have done something wrong. But I think nothing is wrong. Okay, so most probably the unauthorized error is coming just because of this longitude and latitude. Most probably I have provided the wrong one. Okay, all right, so for testing, changing the API call, we are just going with this city name, but don't worry, we'll be coming back to this latitude and longitude. Just for the testing purpose, I'm doing this. Okay, so now over here I can just pass city. Okay, and over here RUDRAPUR Rudrapur, RUDRAPUR Rudrapur. Alright, and over here I just need to update this thing, otherwise it will also show an error. Yeah, we did it perfectly. Okay, let's just see I'm clicking on this, and okay, again it's showing unauthorized. That means my API key is wrong or something like that. Yep, it might be a problem that my API key is wrong, or I must have done some. Start it, and let's have a look over it. The application has been restarted. I've clicked. So yeah, I think I got the message. No, we didn't. Okay, so we got the 200 as the code. Alright, so now it's working. So there must be some error with my that APIs and other things. Okay, so let's just work with it. Over here we'll be using the API API key, and over here we'll be just going to this, and the API docs will be copying the main URL, which will be following for the geographic coordinates. All right, latitude and longitude till the end. Okay, till here. All right, so over here we'll be putting our variable of latitude, and over here we'll be putting our variable or the argument which are being passed by, which are being given by the variable, and that is long. All right, we'll be removing this city variable from here. We'll be updating the function, and now let's just go, and now let's just test it out. All right, I think it will show 401 because I haven't restarted it. Let's just see if it shows 200. Oh, it did show us 200. That means we are getting the data. All right. But if we did got the data, then it should print this. Why it's printing this one? I think should be compared with this. Okay, so now we are getting clear. That means the main is working. This function is clearly working. The mistake was here. We was passing. Oh, sorry, we were comparing with the string, but it needs to be compared with the integer only. Okay, now let's just what we'll be doing now, we'll be showing, you can see in the app right now that it doesn't show that hello world is being updated. It's not being updated. Okay, so this clear must be printed over there. So what we will be doing is, let's come over here, and we'll be getting our weather data. If it's equals to null, if it's null, then it will print click me, else it will print weather data. All right, so now just okay, sorry, not the weather data, but this whole thing. Okay, we'll be like updating this. Okay, so we can update it over here inside the weather data. We just got the response of the weather data. Okay, either what we can do is we can apply these things over here, or now you can see that we are having the app showing as clear. Okay, so now but right now actually you are passing the latitudes and longitudes. But what if you want a feature that you just open the app and the app should take your location and automatically show your temperature, your weather of your nearby area wherever you are. So for that we'll be creating a new function get location, LOCATION, get location. And okay, so in this we'll be coming and we'll be updating, we'll be also making it as async. All right, and now we'll be creating we'll be asking the user if he or she can provide the location accessing permission. So we'll be creating like a if permission dot location dot request dot is granted. If this permission is granted, but for that we need to await, as it might possible the user might think for 1 to 2 minutes or like 1 to 2 seconds. It might think, he or she might think I should provide or not provide. Is it authenticated? Is it authenticate app or not? Should I provide the data or not? So we need to await for it. Wherever you think there will be some delay, just use the asynchronous programming and use these two words, await and asynchronous. When I started with asynchronous, I was like, what the hell it is? I was not able to understand how to use it, where the perfect place it should be used. So it's really easy if you just get into it. You just dig the concept, and then you'll get it. Okay, you'll hand in all the things. So now if I did it over is denied, is granted. Okay, if the user granted the permission to us, then what we can do, we can you must import that location package. You must be seeing over here. It's VS Coder already auto imported the package plugin, or whatever you can say, extension, package, plugin, but in the Flutter language we say package. Okay, so now I'll be creating a variable location which needed to be location dot get location. What it's saying, get location. Okay, so it's showing an error that future local data can't be. Okay, so we need to await for it too. And now it's showing that location data can't be assigned to location. Alright, that means we need to convert this location into location data, and now it's perfect and good to go. And this location will be containing two things. One, if you just look at it, then it will be containing it's not showing. Okay, let me just tell you, it will be containing two variables. One is latitude and one is longitude. Okay, so now if this all is okay, then what we can do, we can call this get weather function. Inside this function, by passing location dot latitude comma location dot longitude. Okay, that's perfect. What we will do right now over here, whenever this get location function triggers, we will set is loading to true. I'll just show you why we are doing this. Okay, now okay, it's perfect. We can wrap this whole thing into try and catch. वैसे तो ज़रूरत नहीं है, but if some error occurs, then it will be logged into the terminal part. Okay, we just logged it. Alright, so now okay, now over here we are just setting the load to true, loading to true, and we need to do one thing over here, that we need to call sets state. Oh sorry, we don't have to call set state, and even we don't have to, or I think we need to. Yeah, we need to. You will understand why we need to, and we'll be calling our set state also. All right, so now, and whenever you will come over this, it will set this to false. Okay, now everything is like updating, everything is working, but the thing is we haven't used this is loading. We just have updated its value to true and false, but we haven't used it till now. Oh, coming over here, text button, we'll be doing like is loading. If it's true, if the is loading part is true, then what we'll be showing, loading. Okay, oh sorry, we'll be showing a text widget. If we just show that text, then it will give an error to. Okay, now let's just restart it and look at it. So it's showing loading, and it's still showing loading. I think there is something wrong. Even we haven't got anything in the log, and even not in this. Okay, that means is loading is not getting false, or what's the problem? Hey, what had happened? Okay, even it didn't ask me for the permission. Okay, so we just added the permission and the location thing, so we need to restart, fully just relaunch the app. Okay, till the time the app is being launching, you just have to come over this project view, and you have to create our folder and type assets, assets. Okay, and in that asset you will be having a GIF URL in the description. You can just go with it, or you can download this GIF from this dribble / short / 2462811 sorry, this dash and then capital S and sunrise. Okay, I'll be downloading it. Okay, I'll be saving it to my desktop, and yep, we did it. You just have to copy and paste this to your asset folder. Okay, all right, now till the time the app is being loading, just go to your pubspec.yaml file and come over here and just uncomment this asset thing, remove this all, type assets, control plus s, oh sorry, now control, I think something is wrong. Yeah, control plus s, there was a typo on the asset. Alright, let the pub get run. Okay, everything is okay. Now coming over here, alright, it's being installing, and now now it's syncing. Alright, and I'm still seeing. Okay, so there's some mistake, I think so. There's some mistake. Oh, okay, sure, okay. The thing is, we haven't called this get location function, not yet. The thing is, we aren't calling this function and we are setting the value to loading because the initial value of this is loading is true, so it's showing is loading. It's not doing anything. Okay, that's my fault. What we'll do, we'll be creating the init state function. In the Flutter you have the init state function. It signifies that whenever your state whenever your app like the screen load up, before that this function is compiled and it will do all the things. Okay, so I just did it in this I think the location spelling is wrong. Yeah, it's a typo. LOCATION. Okay, all right, so now we are good to go. Now I'll be just reloading it, hot restarting it, and you'll be yeah, we can see now that we are having the location, permission. The app is asking for the permission. Now just allow it, and now you'll see after a little bit of it's showing unauthenticated, but that's a problem of the API or the other things. Okay, so you don't have to worry, as we can we already saw that it was coming clear and the things were already going okay. So it's just a problem of the API call. There is nothing wrong with our code, so you can continue with this. Okay, so now as you can see, okay, so now it's showing us loading. So here what we can do is we can just copy this and come over here. Okay, did it. Okay, and the weather data is already empty, so it will show. Click me. No, let's just restart it, hot restart it, and after some time, whenever the data comes through the, let's say, so it's showing null. So it's showing null. Okay, so the reason it's showing null is that weather data is not null. Alright, perfectly fine. The weather data is not null, so it's showing. Okay, so what we will do is that the thing is weather data is not null, but this whole thing is null. So what we can do over here is equals to null. Then if it's null, then what we will do, we will print what? We'll be printing our error, and the error can be printed through this way. And I'll be giving a COD, and here we'll be giving this statement. If this is not null, then you'll just have to go with it. Okay, and over here also we have to provide toString, and now we just have to restart the app, and we'll be getting the things perfectly fine. The things will perfectly work, most probably. Okay, so the app, so again it's saying fine. There was nothing like weather in this weather data, that's why it's showing this. So I think this must work, most probably. Yep, it's working now. Just do it again. So yeah, the app restarted, loading, and yeah, it showed the error, that is 401. It can't get the value of it can't get that from the weather API. So now what we will be doing is that, yep, over here instead of loading I'll be showing something else, and that is image.asset, and over here the asset name is ASSETSSH slash, just rename this file to LOADING loading. Okay, and now over here ADING loading, loading.gif. okay, and just all right. restart it. Okay, so it's showing that sunrise cannot find the path of sunrise. All right, no problem. What we'll do, we'll just do relaunch because it can't find this. Okay, and we will also do one thing, that is we'll change the background color of our scaffold to white, to pure white. And now if you'll see, the app looks really cool, really awesome, and really elegant. It's simple, it's awesome. Whenever you go somewhere else, well, wherever you just open the app, it will automatically fetch your location, and it will automatically show whether it's clear, rainy, or whatever things. And it's really simple app. There is nothing in this app, so we'll be building a cool app, a cool UI in the next video. The video length is already really long, so we'll be just finishing over. We'll be finished over here. Let's just see the app now, how it looks. Alright, so it's showing the it's showing the animation, the GIF file, and then it shows 401. That's perfectly fine. And that, let's just restart, because I just changed the color over here to white so that it matches the color of, it's not background colors of scaffold as white, and it's not taking. Why it's not taking? Hey, what happened? I think something was wrong with the Flutter or my SDK, like something. Okay, now just restart it and let's just see. Yeah, it worked. So there is no need of this now. It needs the board to be white. Oh my god, it's not possible. Chalo, leave it. So this is how you can build a weather API. I don't know why it's showing this 4 unauthorized access. I think let me just do one thing. I'll be going over my API keys again, copy, paste, and hot restart it. And now let's just see if it worked perfectly or not. Oh, so now it's showing the clear. Oh, that's really good. That's awesome. That's perfectly fine. It's showing clear over here. And if you want to just reload the thing, then you just click over the clear and it will again give you the same thing, or the new weather data. It will fetch the new weather data and will show you. Okay, so this was all from my side today. Thank you all guys for watching the video, and have a good day. Do fluttering all the day as I do, and learn something new, implement the new things. And in the next video I'll see you with a UI video of the Flutter. So we'll be covering this, we'll be taking this app to the next extent, and we'll be implementing the best approach to we'll be using the best approach to implement the UI. And that's all from my side. Thank you.